Bang Energy Drink has just filed for bankruptcy after a series of lawsuits. They lost a $293 million lawsuit to Monster Energy for false advertising. On their drink, you see a label at the top that says super creatine, but what they found is that there actually is no creatine in the actual drink, as well as they also say that creatine can fix Alzheimer's. Like, literally, their drink can fix Alzheimer's. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you brought this up because, the FCC and all these, you have to be super careful with advertising in today's world. You saw what happened with, like, the jewels and the tobacco industry and alcohol and everything like that. And you're seeing, like, a lot of these major companies, because of false advertising, they're losing tons of money because of it, because they're getting sued and facing all these lawsuits. So it's crazy to me because Bang is just one of those prominent things that I know so many people, like everyone I know, they at some point or another they went through a phase where they were drinking Bangs before their workouts or before class or whatever. So it's kind of crazy. Dude,
me too, man. I used to drink Bangs all the time, and then I was like, oh, like my heart is just like it was too much for me. It's too much caffeine.
Yeah, no more Bangs for me. But the thing is like, was it Pepsi or Monster that's suing them?
Well, both. They
both.
Actually, yeah.
So why are they individual? Do you know why they individually get the right to sue them? Because obviously, like, they need to be. So there's wrongdoing here, telling people that there's creatine and this false claim that they can cure Alzheimer's, wherever the hell that came from. But like, why does Monster get to sue them for this? Or Pepsi?
It's just a competitor, from my understanding. Monster's just suing them because I guess it's just a competitor, and that's really all I had to say about that. It's
just like they found that it's not true, and so that now that they're basically they're losing out on business because they're a big player in the market, and because Bang is falsely advertising, they're taking their customer away.
Exactly.
There's laws against that.
Yeah, I mean you can't lie to your customer, man.
I guess so.
Yeah. So and then they lost a $115 million lawsuit to Pepsi, and so Pepsi was actually their distributor, and they initially sued Pepsi, and then Pepsi countersued them, and they lost.
Yeah.
But okay, so
how do they sue Pepsi?
They were just like intimidating them, and then I don't know the fine detail. It was like misconduct, and then Pepsi countersued them for like a breach of contract. So, but the crazy part about that, I don't think the Pepsi part's crazy.
It's Alzheimer's.
Well, yeah. So before we even get into that, I don't even think Monster Energy even has to sell drinks this year. And you know why? It's because they lost a $293 million lawsuit recently. And then in June, they lost a $175 million lawsuit to them for trademark violations. And I don't know all the fine details of that. But $500 million this year to Monster, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, is Bang even worth...
No, they're bankrupt now.
Oh, they gotta be.
Yeah.
But how much does Monster make per year? It's gotta be.
I mean, it's millions, billions. They're huge. But yeah, Monster's
take the summer off.
yeah. Monster's owned by Coke, so yeah. But it's crazy, man.
Good companies, I'm telling you, man.
All these companies. But I'm just curious, who's actually being like. Yeah, if I drink Bang, my Alzheimer's is good. People are probably giving that shit to their grandpa.
I just don't know how. Where's the correlation? I just don't
There's
understand.
probably some sort of that's the thing about all these pre-workout drinks is that there's all these additives in there that you don't know about.
Nobody knows what the hell they mean.
Some random study.
BBACs or some shit.
Yeah, some random study was probably done on people that had that, and probably wasn't super accurate. But it's again, that's the thing about these companies is they'll take the littlest kind of thing and they'll run with it and say that hey, it cures all these problems, it does all these things, and that's why there's so much, especially in the food and the beverage and just medical industry. There's so many lawsuits and people that face that for false advertising on things like this.
I mean, I feel lied to personally. I thought there was creatine in the Bangs.
Yeah, well, I used to drink Bang a couple times for pre-workout just because I thought it was suitable.
Little did I know, I was just going to give an injection of caffeine. So